Hi, I'm Tim and this is Timberway Designs. In this series of videos, I'll take a rough rock and I'll make a cabochon out of it, and I'll take you through all my steps. So I got a piece of red Jasper that a viewer named Mary sent up from Texas. Let's make a cabochon. So not knowing exactly what this is, she had it sliced for me, which I really appreciate that. And I like the colors, especially the pattern in here. And it seems pretty hard. So I'm just going to call it red Jasper right now. If anybody out there knows exactly what this stone is, leave a comment down below. So this is the piece I'm going to use here. Let's get this one wet so you can kind of see what it looks like. So it'll probably end up looking something like that. So it's got these cool little black lines in there, and then these lighter spots with the red in between. So I have decided we're going to do a teardrop here. And I'm going to do this side here. We're going to do the 1.5 inches. I want to capture this light color right there and a couple of little black lines. Make sure I get the right side here, okay. Well, right about there I thought looked pretty good. Now I got an ultrafine Sharpie here. We'll trace this out. Just like that. So if you're interested, if you're in the lapidary, I make these patterns here, and they're on my Etsy page, and I think they're priced pretty nicely, and it's all one shape, not a page of 100 different shapes. So give them a look if you're interested. All right, we're going to take this downstairs. I'm going to trim this out, and then we'll take over the cabber and grind it down to the lines, and then get on a dop stick and make cabochon out. So we'll see you downstairs. All right, we're down here on my 10-inch high-tech lapidary saw here. Got a 10-inch continuous rim center diamond blade. It don't cut with a sharp edge. It cuts by grinding. So I'm going to cut these out here, try to get as close to line as I can, and we'll move over to the next machine. Now usually, well, here's the shape here. We're going to take it over and start trimming it down. And I had another shape on there. Usually I'll do that if I got enough rock so I don't waste anything. But I usually don't show that. But so ignore this one here. We're working on this one here. So let's move over to the cabbing. All right, we're over here on my Kingsley North 6-inch cabbing machine here. No affiliation with them. This is just the product I use. So we'll start with the 80 grit. 220 grit and the 280 grit, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough this out kind of close to the line, not on the line, and then we'll take it over and grind down to the line on the 220 grit, and then we'll clean up the marks on the 280 grit, and then we'll go on the dot pot first stick. So let's get started. All right, got kind of close to the line there. Now we're going to move over to 220 grit and trim it to the line. All right, got it on the line there. Now we're going to move over to the 280 grit and clean up the edges with the scratches from these two wheels here. Alright, I'm liking that. We're going to put it on the dot pot, heat it up, put a stick on it, and then we'll make a cabochon out of it. Okay, we're back. We're all dopped up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a girdle in the bottom of this cab here, And while I'll start on this top edge, and I'll slowly grind down to about an 1/8 inch, 2 millimeter-ish off the bottom here. And then once I get that established, I'll work my way towards the center of the stone on top. I'll kind of talk about that a little bit while we're doing it. So let's get started. So we'll start with the 80 grit, get the girdle established, and then once that's all done, then we'll start doming it on this one. Then we'll work our way across the machine. All right, this stone's pretty soft. I'm thinking probably not Jasper now. Maybe it could be Jasper, but I'm thinking more of a silicized or solidified or something sandstone. Anyway, so you can see I got my first angle in. There's my girdle, that flat spot right there. Now I'm going to come back to this top edge. I'm going to work my way towards the center. And stay away from the girdle now. You can establish that. You don't want to be carving into that anymore. All right, so now you can see where I cut into that one edge and I kind of worked my way towards the center. You got a little flat spot left here. Now usually I don't go all the way to the center. When I get close enough, I'll start doming now. Now this is a good example right here where you can see I started doming it. And it don't look bad here, but there's still a flat spot right there. You can see it right to the stick there. So if you don't get that out of there, if there's any scratches in there, you won't get them off on this wheel here. So make sure you get a nice dome and that flat spot's gone. All right, see we've got a nice dome established there. That flat spot's gone, so now we're going to move on to the 220 grit. All right, looking good. Now we're going to move on to the 280 grit. Checking my round over edge here, see if I got any, like right here a little bit. That looks pretty good. Now, there's two ways of doing this. You can go around and around on the edge and just keep moving the stick back and forth like that, or you can do it the way I'm doing it. But if you do it the way I do it, you got to be careful because this point right here, don't dig that into the wheel. You could knock a chunk out of your wheel. You don't want to do that. So when I come into it, I try not to push the point into the wheel. Try to keep it off to the side like that right there, and then just kind of working my way around. Usually, most stones you can go around 3 times, and that'll give you a nice rounded edge like that. So let's move over to the polishing side. All right, now we're over here on the polishing side. What we got is a 600 grit, a 1200 grit, a 3000 grit, and then I got a cerium oxide disc on the end of the shaft right here. So we'll start with the 600. Looking good. Let's move over to the 1200. Now we'll move on to the 3000. So this is what we got going so far. Not too bad, but I'm kind of hoping we can bump this shine a lot on the cerium oxide. So let's move around to that side. All right, we're on the end of my cavern. What we got here is a cerium oxide impregnated disc that sticks with adhesive to a foam pad, and then that screws into the shaft on the cavern right here. I really like this thing. It's not messy, and it does a really good job, and it's replaceable. So let's see what we can do with this cabochon here. Towel, pant leg. Huh. Liking that. Mary, what do you think of the rock you sent me? I think that's come out pretty good. All right, so I'm going to take this upstairs, throw it in the freezer, and get it off the stick, and then we'll take a close look at it. So let's check out this cabochon that Mary sent me. Look at that. Pretty good shine. Not a super shine like on that last Cal Sydney episode I did, but not too bad. There's a little design back there, but I don't know. I'm kind of happy with it. I like the way the white and the red, and then I got a piece of that black line right there, so nothing wrong with that. So this cabochon will not be on Etsy because Mary has requested it to be sent to her, and that's how I do this. If she didn't want it, then it would be on Etsy, but she wants it. So thanks, Mary, for sending up the rock. Appreciate it. So there you go. All right, change the subject here. Next episode, which would be episode 58, Green had sent me some rocks from Utah, and I'm going to show them here. And what I want to do is I want to let you guys pick out which one to cab for that episode. So there's the 3 rocks right here. This one I cut in half, and then she had a bag of slabs she sent with the original rock she sent me. So I'm going to get them wet so you can get a good look at them here. All right, we got this one here. Got the gray with the orange and yellow stripes running through it. Got this one here. I think I don't have to explain this pattern. This one pretty much speaks for itself. And we got this one here. Got some red and some gray, whatever going on in there. That looked kind of cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a poll out. I'll probably do it tomorrow, and then I'll let all you viewers out there vote on which one I should cab, and the one that gets the most votes, I'll make a cabochon out of that. So I'd appreciate the participation. That'd be awesome, and it gives you guys a chance to get in on this a little bit. So let's finish this up. So I'd like to thank Mary for sending me this rock up from Texas. So we made this out of this. I think it come out pretty good. So make sure you hit my poll here for these 3 rocks for next week's episode. I'll probably put that up tomorrow, or tomorrow's Friday. Yeah, I'll probably put that up Friday, and then I'll take it down on Wednesday, because usually I shoot these videos Wednesday or Thursday. So make sure you vote. I'd appreciate it. And let's see, this video here will come out every Saturday. And then I got another video where I cut rocks in half that comes out every Wednesday. So watch this one, slide over and watch that one. Or watch that one, slide over and watch this one. But every Wednesday and Saturday, I'll be putting a video out here. And I'm going to, let's see, I want to thank the viewers, the subscribers, and all you viewers out there that haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Push the button down below, and then all of you slide over and give me a thumbs up, because that gets the analytics out there so more people can find the content. And then you can share it, ring the bell, and hype it on your mobile device and get me out there. I need to get out there. So more visibility, the better right now. And then towards the end here, I'm going to put a video up. There'll be a playlist someplace up here somewhere. And then I'll put a video, probably the first one. I don't know. Well, there'll be some stuff popping up at the end. I don't know. I don't know until I do it. I try to explain this stuff, but I always forget it. So I think that's about it. I really appreciate you coming and watching me make these cabochons in this video here. So that's all I got, and I'll catch you later.